Hey man, you watching Cold Red with the one and only big homie. My big homie, KD. It's up there and it's stuck there. Boom!
Ricardo or more, drink like a boss.
In my eyes, I see blood. Tell them niggas ain't no love. And I see him in the club. On his head, I got a dub. If I see him in the club, fuck it, I got a dub too. What the fuck you wanna do? I'm locked in the speech thinking. In my eyes, I see blood. Tell them niggas ain't no love. And I see him in the club. On his head, I got a dub. I got a dub.
Hey, what up? We in Cold Red. Where there's smoke, there's fire. I'm your host, ThePlaymaker, and we got a very, very special guest in the building. We got the young gun himself, man, Kyng Cario. What up, baby?
What it do, KB? What it do, man?
Ain't nothing to it, man. Hey, listen, man, I'm glad to have you here on the couch with me.
What's up?
Man, I got some very in-depth questions to ask you. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready for you.
Let's get right to it. So, Kyng Cario, where you from?
You know, KB, I'm from Milwaukee. You know, the 414. That's where I grew up. You know, born and raised.
What area?
I'll say it really wasn't strictly one area. Always in Milwaukee, it was like kind of we always moved and had different places to go to and stuff like that. But the main area I'll say I grew up on was, you know, Villard, kind of like the low end Villard. And then, you know, my granddad's house was on like 15th and Atkinson. So we mostly, you know, most of the family gatherings and stuff like that was on 15th and ATK. So, you know, kind of those two areas mostly.
Okay. So y'all moved around a lot, huh?
Yeah, we moved around a lot, like different houses and stuff.
So that kind of make you good in every hood then,
yeah,
huh?
for sure.
You can move around the city, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So, man, I can almost say that you were born into the music because your dad is one of the legends in the city when it comes to music recording and producing. So you was kind of born into this.
Yeah.
So I just want to know, being born into music, when did you really say this is what I want to do? Because I know you probably grew up doing sports and other things.
Yeah.
When did you say, I want to follow in my dad's footsteps?
Like growing up, like you said, I wasn't really into music. Like I was a music head. Like I listened to music in the headphones a lot, played it at school. You know, it was kind of like a stress reliever, or just like, you know, just like if I get bored, I'm finna go listen to this on YouTube. Or finna go listen to this track of this songs I played. But growing up, I was into basketball, you know, video games, going outside, going to the park, stuff like that. But I'll say down the line, as I was like probably before high school, mainly maybe middle school, but mainly before high school, it was like I still was a music head. Always had a music playlist on my phone type stuff, but I always had in my head and always knew like Pops, like you said, he been doing music for a while, and it's like growing up being in a household and he wasn't always around at the time, but then you know it was like he came back, so it was like I got into it even more. You know, when he came back or whatever. So growing up, basically, I got into it like, you know, freshman year. It's kind of was like he had a publishing company, CDMG, and I always been around. Like I used to go to the video shoots with him, shows, like different stuff, and it was like I was just picking up. I'm like a sit back and spectate type of person, so I kind of seen like a lot of people like my Unc Trey G, I seen Destiny Lynn grow up to the person that she is, and you know her stats grow, you know her personality, everything just grow up to a different person. So it's like I seen plenty of people like the twins. I seen Lil Chicken. I seen a lot of people come up in the city and you know change, come out being different people, even better, 10 times better than they started. So it's real. It's a real big thing for me.
So you saw it firsthand that it could happen.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely believe it can happen. Like, I can definitely tell myself to put more grind, you know, more consistency, you know, stuff like that. You know, stuff people already been telling me, like, you know, like criticism. My pops already telling me, like, you know, people gonna always come and have something to say. It's all up to you about how you take it. But, you know, don't take it the wrong way. You know, if you doing what you need to do and know, you know, it's really not gonna phase you. You know, you gonna keep doing what you do anyway. So.
So growing up in a house that does music, you had a lot of things available to you that most people only dreamed of,
Yeah.
like access to a real studio.
Like,
Did you know how blessed you was to have that?
at first, it was like growing up, damn, Pop's got keyboards over here. It's like a storage of mouses and all type of different stuff he used to use. And I'm like, dang, Pop's like expensive. It gotta be like expensive to have all this shit. Like Pop's just got a lot of stuff. But it was times that we used to go to Guitar Hero, stuff like that. And I'm looking at the prices on stuff like pianos, keyboards, and computer screens and all type of stuff like mics, stands, everything. I'm like, this costs so much. I think I had seen the bill one day. I can't remember how much it was, but I know for sure, like growing up in a household, like that stuff expensive. Like don't touch it, leave stuff alone, kind of thing that I knew about. So
So
I
when was the first time you got in the studio? Was that always a dream of yours?
uh I'll say, you know how like you'll be messing around in the studio, have somebody recording your videos. It was like kind of before we built the studio, how it is now. It was kind of like more of an open area studio, just table, two computers, monitors, everything else, like little booth built over here, whatever. But it was kind of like I probably didn't record my first song till like 2021, 2022. That's kind of like when I started getting into the wave of like, okay, this probably, I didn't really want to be a music artist like ever. I never thought I'd like want to jump on stage or, do music or even create music. Like, always had a passion of being behind the scenes person. Like, I just be behind the scenes recording the videos. Like, if I'm in there, I'm in there. I'm not. I'm not one too worried about being like the spotlight, the main character or anything like that. But yeah, growing up, it was like very, thrilling to have pops that do stuff like that. Just like everybody know him. Hey, what up, Cairo? What up, little Cairo? I'm thinking they talking to me sometimes. They talking to Pops like, damn, Pops do got the same name. Like, it sometimes
You
confuse
thought you
me.
was a celebrity,
Yeah,
huh?
it sometimes confuse me sometimes. Like, oh, they talking to Pops. And it be like, hey, like, my name Cairo too.
No
So,
doubt.
yeah.
So you spoke about 2021. Is that when you decided to really take this shit serious?
Yeah,
Would you say?
so it was like my Pops, he gave me like a talk. Like, he always give me talks about, all right, I know he dealt with artists. A lot of people was something. Then things happen. People life change, stuff like that. They might reinvent themselves, come back, or just not do it at all no more. So I seen a lot of people growing up that was doing music. Some people still do it. Some people still don't. I don't know where some people went, but I still see they certain songs still up, and what they was doing when they was here. But man, just growing up and stuff like that, like it's just crazy. Like I never wanted to do it. Never thought I would do it. I was really wanted to be like an NBA player type of thing. But he always told me like when you want to take it serious, like it ain't no plan. Like you gotta lay it all on the flow. You know what I'm saying? Just listen to me. Like I've been doing this for so long. Like it's really nowhere to go wrong. Like if I'm here telling you this and that, but he don't really give me like the easy way out. How people would think like, oh, his pops got everything. He got the easy way out. Like I still gotta go put in time in the studio. You know what I'm saying? I'm more of a writer. I'm not really of a freestyler. I sometimes freestyle some stuff, but I write before I go in the studio. So I'm more like I write it and then go put it all in the booth and just let it all out. But just doing that type of stuff, I never thought I'd take it serious, but I definitely had the talks and it was just in my head. He just told me like, all right, I'm gonna give you this beat. And it kind of all just started like from getting this beat, this one certain beat. He was like, you get this beat, you know what I'm saying? Write a song to it, whatever. Made my first song. And it was like kind of after making my first, maybe second, third song, I kind of low key fell in love with it. And
So
it
did
kind of,
he? So did he make you learn the business side of it first, or did he let you be the artist that you are now?
I'll say I heard business stuff kind of in and out. And I know like, I probably didn't know it growing up that you can make so much money and how much money you can make off of it. But I definitely know you can make a lot of money, like definitely if you know the business side and you know how to do certain stuff, take care of what's yours, earn whatever, you know what I'm saying, your royalties, your streams, everything like that. So I didn't know about it at first, but like down the line, doing music and, you know, having these talks going down there with them, late night talks with them when I get off and, we just chilling in the house, whatever. I run into him in the kitchen, whatever, stuff like that. We'd just have father and son talks and he'd just bust it down to me like it's always a business side, but even with that, he don't let me off with the easy hand. Like I got to sit there on the computer with him, sometimes do it myself, or, he just showed me, let me, do stuff that's bad or whatever. And, I just redo it like, okay, where I went wrong at? And he just, okay, you got to do this, do that. You know what I'm saying? Put your songs in this way. And, basically like a teacher, but he don't let me off on the easy hand, though.
But was it ever a time where you never looked at him like he was your pops and y'all had a disagreement that kind of went too far about the music?
Uh, I gotta keep it honest. It is times that me and Pops be colliding. It'd be like a man looking at a man, the faces and stuff like that. But it just be like, we kind of both know, all right, get back on what we supposed to be doing, put that to the side. Because it's easy, it's easy to clash and, oh, I think he running me or I don't care if he my pops and, probably go off like that, have that type of mindset. But, I'm more of a like, listen, learn, like he ain't being like this towards me for no reason. It's a reason why he doing this. Like, he know what he doing. He not gonna tell me nothing wrong. He been through a lot of stuff with the music, so it's just like listening, learning, messing up myself and correcting my mistakes too. So,
How old are you now?
I'm 22. I actually turned 23 August 13th next Wednesday. So,
Oh, happy
yeah,
birthday to you.
appreciate it.
So you a real YN, huh?
Yeah.
You moving around
Little
with the
bit, little
YNs,
bit.
huh?
Yeah, that's what they be calling it, the age frame,
Yeah.
YNs.
Okay. So you got a lot of growing to do and maturing in music, but you got time.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like I got time, but it's like, how people sit back with probably with their feet up, like, oh yeah, I got time, I got to my 30s, whatever. But I feel like me getting off on the start I am now, like running into the people that I met growing up, seeing the stuff that I seen and, just see like how people started, how they came up. They ain't even finished, but they doing what they doing now still. Like I believe it's possible, you put the grind, the time, the consistency behind it. You got a team, you do the right thing on the right track. I believe you can definitely go forward with it.
So what's next? I mean, you got any projects that you working on?
We got a project that I just dropped, shout out C Mills 414. Me and C Mills just dropped a mixtape called Hood Fellas. It's out on all platforms. Y'all go check it out. 12 to 13 tracks. It's hot, you know what I'm saying? 414. A lot of street stuff, you know what I'm saying? Something you can vibe to, something for the ladies, you know what I'm saying? Y'all go check it out, Hood Fellas, out now.
Okay. And so what's next for Kyng Cairo?
I'm working on dropping more singles. I might get into the mindset of definitely going into a mixtape. Since I did the mixtape with C Mills, that kind of gave me like a bigger brain feel to this series. And to be honest, I ain't even think we'd get it done at the time that we did, but it was like, okay, we work, you know what I'm saying? People got stuff to do besides music, we both got, all our personal lives going on, but man, we made it to the point where we linked up once every week and it was a studio session. No matter if we recorded, listening to a song, did the hook for a song, came back, did the verses the next time, whatever. Man, we got the mixtape done in like a month and a half, maybe the most 2 months. And then it was kind of like getting the marketing and promoting ready, you know what I'm saying? Getting the flyers, all type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Everything ready. So, it was definitely a learning process, and I picked up on a lot of stuff. And then working with C Mills, like I didn't even think I can write a song that fast until I worked with him. So it was like it'd be times like we got the hook down, whatever. I got my verse, he got his verse. He always come ready. Like shout out C Mills, he always prepared, always ready. You know what I'm saying? Always got his work down. He be like, I wrote this yesterday, wrote this last night. I'd be like, damn, he on top of it. So that give me like a you know, a bigger mind frame to always be on it, always, you know, even if you write it the day of, like, just, you know what I'm saying, you got to smoke, drink, whatever you got to do. If it ain't that, you know what I'm saying, you could just get your thoughts out straight out, like, you know what I'm saying, just always be prepared, always be ready to, you know, get down on the mic, record, you know what I'm saying, write if you write, whatever. But
So
it
you
gave
know,
me a
so,
bigger mind frame, though, for
so
sure.
you know what it feels like to be in album mode.
Yeah, album and mixtape mode, and I definitely can say, like, I wouldn't even say don't even play with it. Like, get your songs, get whatever producers you're gonna get involved, whatever type of flow, you know what I'm saying, whatever marketing, promoting, get everything thought out on paper, you know what I'm saying, whatever if you're doing on paper notes. Like, basically, like, just get prepared to be on top of it when it's, you know, if you know that's what you want to do at the time and get it done so you can, you know, get it out there. So
Okay, if the people was trying to catch up with you, how would they do that?
you can follow me on IG, Kyng Cairo, KYNG_Cairo. Facebook, Kyng Cairo, everywhere, Twitter, TikTok. Follow me on everywhere. It's same name, Kyng Cairo_.
Well, first of all, man, I want to thank you for coming on Cold Red, man, and sitting on the couch with me, man, on the platform.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you, KB. Like, way before I was doing music, you know, me and you linked up, talk a lot of times when I was a youngin'. So, you know, I seen you grow and be the person you been. So it's a big salute to you, man. Shout out Cold Red, CDMG.
No
Shout out
doubt.
everybody, man. Shout out y'all viewing this too, man.
Say, man, thanks for stopping through the platform.
No
Cold
doubt.
Red, where there's smoke, there's fire. I'm the Playmaker, and this is Kyng Cairo, and we out.
Yeah, y'all tune in, man.